Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with the session of maths, and the first chapter here, as you can see it on the screen, it is rational numbers. So here in this chapter we will try to understand what are rational numbers as well as what are the different properties of rational numbers. So before starting with rational numbers, let us recall some of the definitions which you have learnt in the previous classes. Number one, you are knowing about natural numbers. Natural numbers, we also call them as the counting numbers. Like if someone is asking you to count number of apples here, so in the first row it is 1, number of apples is 1, and if you are going to count the number of apples in the second row, it is 1, 2, third row it is 1, 2, 3. So when we have to count, we always start from 1. So counting numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, this we call it as natural numbers. Category 2, that is of whole numbers. This also you have read it in the previous classes. So it's very simple. Natural numbers plus 0, that we call it as whole numbers. Means all the natural numbers plus 0. As you can see it here on the number line also, it is starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and so on. So 0 plus natural numbers, that is giving you the another category of numbers, that is the whole numbers. But one thing important to note down here, it is no fractions are being included in this category. So examples we can see 0, 7, 2, 1, 2 and 1023. All these are examples of whole numbers. So just basic difference between natural numbers and whole numbers is that natural numbers don't include 0 and whole numbers include 0. Here the important thing is that you can see, but numbers like 1/2, 1.1, 3.5, these are not whole numbers since they are in fractions. Next category, let's say of integers, as you have done the chapter of integers in class 7. So integers include, as you can see on the number line, it includes 0, it includes positive numbers on the right side of 0, it includes negative number on the left side of 0. So positive numbers, we call them as positive integers, negative numbers, we call it as negative integers. And 0, as we know, it is neither positive nor negative. So all these categories, all positive numbers, negative numbers and 0, gives us another category of numbers, that is the integers. So let us see the examples of integers: -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. These are integers. But again, integers are not fractions. So 1/2, 1.1, 3.5, they are not integers. So just it was a simple recall of whatever things we have done in the previous classes. It was natural numbers, whole numbers as well as integers. Let's have a quick recall of this. Whole numbers, they are the numbers starting from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Some of the examples which you can see it on the screen. Counting numbers, we start counting from 1 to 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. This makes up another category of numbers, that are the natural numbers. Here it's being written as counting numbers. Next category, integers, includes positive numbers, negative numbers and 0. Now going to start with the chapter heading, that is the rational number. So let's have some formal definition of rational number. A rational number, it is also a number, but it is in the format of P upon Q. And what are P and Q? These are the integers. P and Q both are integers, but Q must not be equal to 0. Repeating it, rational number always in the format of P upon Q. P and Q are what? Integers. Integers means positive numbers, negative numbers, but Q, it should not be equal to 0. Some of the examples will make the definition more clear. Let's view it. The first example is P, where P is 1, Q is 1 तो P upon Q it is making 1 upon 1, that is equal to 1 only. So this is a rational number. If P is 1, Q is 2, P upon Q will make 1 upon 2, so it will be 0.5. Then 55, if P is 55, Q is 100, so P upon Q will become 55 upon 100, that is 0.55. That is also rational number. Again, recalling, P should be an integer, Q should be an integer, and rational number is what? It is in the format of P upon Q. Q should not be equal to 0. Next, if P is 1, Q is 1000, P upon Q, 1 upon 1000 will be a rational number. It can be expressed in the form of decimal also, 0.001. If P is 253, Q is 10, so P upon Q will become 253 upon 10. That can be written in the form of decimal as 25.3. So 253 upon 10, again a rational number. If P is 7, Q is 0, so P upon Q will be 7 upon 0. So no, it will not be a rational number because denominator, that is Q, can't be 0. So you have to remember कि rational numbers always in the format of P upon Q, but always remember कि Q can't be 0 in it. Proceeding with this, hope the definition of rational numbers clear to you. Now we are going to focus on some of the properties of rational numbers. As you can see on the screen, 4 properties are displayed. Number 1, closure property. Number 2, commutative property. Number 3, associative property. And number 4, distributive property. Closure, commutative, associative and distributive. These properties already you have studied in class 7 for integers, whole numbers, natural numbers. Now we are going to apply these properties for rational numbers. So let us study these properties in detail. And one thing here, कि all these properties we are going to apply for 4 operations. 4 operations, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So closure property, like example, closure property we will study for all the 4 operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Same true for other properties also. Let us proceed to the first is the closure property. So closure property, as I told you, we are going to study for addition, subtraction, multiplication as well as division. So let us see the first operation, that is addition. Closure property, if 2 rational numbers are there, a and b, and if we are going to add these 2 rational numbers, a plus b, then answer, result also will be a rational number. This is the closure property for addition. Let's see an example. If 2 rational numbers are 1 upon 2 and 3 upon 4, on adding this 1 upon 2 plus 3 upon 4, you are getting the answer as 4 plus 6 upon 8, that is equal to 10 upon 8. On simplifying it, we are getting 5 upon 4. So we have added 2 rational numbers, 1 upon 2 and 3 upon 4. On adding this, we are getting another rational number, that is 5 upon 4. So this means rational numbers are closed under addition. If you add 2 rational numbers, answer also will be a rational number. This is the closure property for addition. And how to say like this, that rational numbers are closed under addition. Let us see the closure property for subtraction. Same here, if a and b are 2 rational numbers, so if we are going to subtract a minus b, then answer will also be a rational number. Let us try to understand this with an example. A, suppose it is a rational number 1 upon 2. B, suppose another rational number, maybe it is 3 upon 4. If we are going to subtract this 2, we are getting the answer as minus 2 upon 8. And in the simplified form, it will be minus 1 upon 4. Minus 1 upon 4, it is in the format P upon Q. Q is not equal to 0. So it is a rational number. Means if we subtract 2 rational numbers, the answer is a rational number only. So we can say that rational numbers are closed under subtraction. Let us see for the third operation, multiplication, closure property for multiplication. Here if a and b are two rational numbers, and if we multiply the two rational numbers, let us see whether the answer is a rational number or not. Take another two rational numbers, 1 upon 2 and 3 upon 4. If we multiply these two rational numbers, we are getting the answer as 6 upon 8, which can be simplified by the table of 2. 2 3 is 6, 2 4 is 8. So it will become 3 upon 4, which is a rational number. So when we multiply two rational numbers, answer is also a rational number. So we can say rational numbers are closed under multiplication. Let us apply the same property, closure property, for division of rational numbers. Same here. If a and b are two rational numbers, and if we divide them, let's see whether the answer is a rational number or not. So here we have taken two rational numbers as 1 upon 2 and 3 upon 4. And if we divide them, 1 upon 2 divided by 3 upon 4. Hope you are remembering how to divide the fractions. If 1 upon 2, first fraction is 1 upon 2, division becomes multiplication. That is, in place of division, it is multiplication. And 3 upon 4, we are taking its reciprocal. That is 4 upon 3. So it becomes 1 upon 2 into 4 upon 3. On solving, we are getting 2 upon 3, which is again a rational number. But here what happens if the second rational number, that is 0, if a, suppose one rational number a, it is a rational number, if we are dividing it by 0, then the answer will not defined. We can't divide any number by 0. Again I am recalling the definition of rational number. It is in the format p upon q. Q can't be 0. So we can say कि all the rational numbers are not closed under division. So closure property does not hold true for division. Closure property is true for addition, subtraction, multiplication, but it is not true for division if q equal to 0. Coming to the next property, second property, that is the commutative property. Commutative property also we are going to apply for all the four operations, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So what commutative property says, if a and b are two rational numbers, then a plus b equal to b plus a. Let's see whether it is true or not. So taking the two rational numbers, 2 upon minus 2 upon 3 plus 5 upon 7. If we add minus 2 upon 3 plus 5 upon 7, we get answer as 1 upon 21. If we reverse the order, if we are taking 5 upon 7 plus minus 2 upon 3, then also the answer is 1 upon 21. Means minus 2 upon 3 plus 5 upon 7 is equal to 5 upon 7 plus minus 2 upon 3. Means if we add two rational numbers in any order, whether it is a plus b or whether it is b plus a, answer will be the same. So if two rational numbers can be added in any order, we can say addition is commutative for rational numbers. Let us see this commutative property for subtraction. For addition, we have seen कि a plus b equal to b plus a. In any order, we can add rational numbers. Let us see कि we can subtract rational numbers in any order or not. So if two rational numbers are there, a and b, and let's see कि a minus b if we do, and if b minus a we do, whether the answer is same or not. Let us take another example. 5 upon 3 minus 1 upon 4 if we are doing. On solving, we are getting the answer as 17 upon 12. But if order we are changing, if we are doing 1 upon 4 minus 5 upon 3, then answer we are getting is minus 17 upon 12, which is a negative number, negative fraction. It is different from 17 upon 12. So a minus b is not equal to b minus a. So subtraction is not commutative for rational numbers. We have to take care of order. A minus b is not same as b minus a. Addition, when we are adding rational numbers, we can add them in any order. But if we subtract the rational numbers, we have to take care of order. Otherwise, answer will be different. So subtraction is not commutative for rational numbers. Again recalling commutative property, addition, is commutative for rational numbers, but subtraction is not commutative for rational numbers. A plus b will be equal to b plus a, but a minus b will not be equal to b minus a. So we have seen commutative property for the two operations, addition and subtraction. Let us see the commutative property for multiplication. Here, whether in any order we can multiply or not. Let us take an example. Minus 7 upon 3, here the plus sign being shown, it should be actually it should be your multiplication sign. Here it should be multiplication. So minus 7 upon 3 into 6 upon 5. If we multiply, we are getting the answer as minus 42 upon 15. And if we change the order, if we do 6 upon 5 into minus 5 upon 3, 6 upon 5 into minus 7 upon 3, then we are getting answer as minus 42 upon 15. Correction was there in it. Okay, here it is multiplication sign. So we can multiply the rational numbers in any order. A into b will be same as b into a. In any order, if we multiply rational numbers, same answer we get. So multiplication is commutative for rational numbers. Let us see the same operation for division. For division, let us see whether the order is important or not. So if we divide 5 upon 3 divided by 1 upon 4, answer we are getting is 20 upon 3. But if we reverse the order, if we do 1 upon 4 divided by 5 upon 3, we are getting the answer as 3 upon 20. So as you can see on the screen, the answer is different. So we can conclude from this that A divided by B is not equal to B divided by A. So division is not commutative for rational numbers. Addition and multiplication is commutative for rational numbers, but subtraction and division is not commutative for rational numbers. Let us come to the third property, that is the associative property. In associative property, we will take up three rational numbers, a, b and c. We will take up three rational numbers, as you can see, a, b and c, and then we are going to add them in this order, a plus b plus c. Means first we have formed the group of a and b. First we will add up a and b, and then whatever answer come, we are going to add it to c. Another order which we can follow is, we can first add b and c, b plus c, and then whatever answer comes, we are going to add it to a. Let us check it with the example, with the help of an example. The example here is three rational numbers being taken are 5, minus 6 and 2 upon 3. Let us add them. First, let us add 5 minus 6 first we are going to add, and then whatever answer comes, we are going to add it to the third rational number, that is 2 upon 3. So 5 minus 6, it gives you minus 1, plus 2 upon 3, it gives you minus 1 upon 3. Let us change the order. Now, first we are going to add the last two rational numbers. Minus 6 plus 2 upon 3, the answer coming is, whatever result coming, we are going to add it to 5. So on doing so, we found that 5 minus 6 plus 2 upon 3 is same as 5 plus minus 6 plus 2 upon 3. Means a plus b plus c. If we add a plus b, whatever answer comes, we are adding to c, or we are adding b plus c first, and then whatever answer comes, we are adding it to a. In both the cases, the answer is same. Means a plus b plus c is same as a plus b plus c. This is the associative property for addition. If three rational numbers are there, you can add them in any order, you will get the same answer. So here we are not going to take it in detail for subtraction, multiplication and division. Thus you can try out by your own. Take any three rational numbers, check out whether the associative property holds true for subtraction, multiplication and division. Today this task you do it. And what we will find ki addition and multiplication are associative for rational numbers, means addition and multiplication for three rational numbers can be done in any order, but subtraction and division are not associative for rational numbers. So this first addition I have shown it to you. Multiplication, division and subtraction, you take any three rational numbers and work out on it. Proceeding with this, the fourth property is that as you can see here, three rational numbers we have taken. X into y plus z equal to x into y plus x into z. So here we have taken three rational numbers, x, y and z. So y plus z is inside the bracket. So how to open up the bracket? First we will multiply x and y. This we are getting. First multiplying x with y, x into y, plus will come as it is here, plus coming as it is here. Then second step, x is being multiplied with z, as you can see here, x into z. Let us see it one more time. Three rational numbers we are taking, x, y and z, and x into y plus z. Let's see. So first step what we will do, x into y, x into y plus is coming same on the right side, and then second step, x will be multiplied with z. This you are getting. So let us see some of the examples of this distributive property. I'll show it to you. Here it is. Three rational numbers taken. So x, y and z we can say. So here x, y and z. So x is your 1 upon 3 into 2 upon 5 plus 1 upon 5. The first step will be 1 upon 3 will be multiplied with 2 upon 5. You can see 1 upon 3 into 3 upon 5. Then second step will be, first step 1 upon 3 into 2 upon 5, as you can see it here. Second step, plus coming as it is, and second step we will do 1 upon 3 into 1 upon 5. So answer is coming as 1 upon 5. So this is how we are going to apply the distributive property. We can say कि multiplication is distributive over addition. X into y plus z will be x into y. This is multiplication is distributive over addition, and same holds true for division also. Let's recall the property. X into y plus z will be x into y plus x into z. Same holds true for subtraction. So distributive property holds true for multiplication as well as, distributive property holds true for multiplication over addition as well as multiplication over subtraction. Let us see some other properties of features of rational numbers. Additive identity. So 0 is called as the additive identity. What does it mean? If 0 we are going to add to any rational number, like a upon b is a rational number. If we are going to add 0 to it, you will get a upon b. So a upon b plus 0 equal to 0 plus a upon b, that is a upon b. If you add 0 to any rational number, the answer is that rational number only. So 0 we call it as additive identity. As you can see the example also here, 2 upon 7 plus 0. You can do 2 upon 7 plus 0, or order you can change. This is a commutative property. You can do it as 0 plus 2 upon 7. In both the case, the answer is 2 upon 7. Means if 0 is added to any rational number, the answer is that rational number only. One more thing here. 0 is a special rational number. We can write 0. It is a rational number, and sometimes it is being asked in MCQs ki 0 whether it is a rational number or not. Yes, it is a rational number because it can be written in the format of 0 upon q, where q is not equal to 0. 0 we can write it as 0 upon 1. So it is in the format p upon q, where q is not equal to 0. So yes, of course 0 is a rational number. Let us see additive inverse. We also call it as another term as negative or additive inverse. So minus a upon b is the additive inverse of a upon b. Example, let us see. If 3 upon 5 is a rational number, its additive inverse will be minus 3 upon 5. If minus 3 upon 5 is a rational number, its additive inverse is 3 upon 5. If someone is asking you what is the additive inverse of 0, the 0 additive inverse is 0 only. It is neither positive nor negative. And if we add a rational number with its additive inverse, a upon b plus its additive inverse is minus a upon b, answer will be equal to 0. Again, repeating this, if a upon b is a rational number, then its additive inverse will be minus a upon b. Like if 3 upon 5 is a rational number, its additive inverse will be minus 3 upon 5. And if you add a rational number with its additive inverse, answer always will be equal to 0. Another is your multiplicative identity. We have done additive identity. 0 is the additive identity. 0 you add to any rational number, the answer is that rational number only. Let us see the multiplicative identity. 1 is the multiplicative identity. What does it mean? If you multiply 1 with a rational number, the answer will be that rational number only. Like if 5 upon 7 you are multiplying with 1, answer will be 5 upon 7. So 1 is the multiplicative identity, 0 is the additive identity. Another property. Some of these properties being asked in objective type questions, so they need to be focused. Multiplication by 0. If we multiply any rational number by 0, answer will be 0 only. Like 5 upon 7, if we are going to multiply by 0, answer will be 0. Next, another characteristic, that is the multiplicative inverse. We also call it as reciprocal. The questions are coming. Find the reciprocal of 2 upon 3. Its reciprocal will be 3 upon 2. Reciprocal of 1 upon 3. It will be 3 upon 1. That is 3 only. Reciprocal of 3 is 1 upon 3. Reciprocal of 1 is 1 upon 1. That is 1 only. Reciprocal of 0, it can't be defined. So if a upon b is a rational number, then its reciprocal or multiplicative inverse will be b upon a. So we have done properties of rational numbers today. We have learned what are rational numbers and the properties we have done. So in the tabular form, all these properties are being shown here, as you can see on the screen. Properties are closure, commutative, associative and distributive. And we have applied all these 4 properties for addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So let's summarize it. Closure. So rational numbers are closed under addition, subtraction, multiplication. It will not be closed under division. If your p upon q, if q will be equal to 0, then it will not be closed under division. Second property, commutative. A plus b will be equal to b plus a, but a minus b will not be equal to b minus a. A into b will be equal to b into a, but a divided by b will not be equal to b divided by a. Means commutative property holds true only for addition and multiplication. As you can see the pink color over there, so commutative property is not true under subtraction as well as division. Associative property, a plus b plus c equal to a plus b plus c. You can see कि associative property holds true for addition and multiplication, and where pink color is shown, it is not true for subtraction and division. Distributive property, under multiplication over addition, it will be a into b plus c, it will be equal to ab plus ac, and it can be applied for distributive property of multiplication over subtraction. It will be a into b minus c, that is ab minus ac. So this table is important. I'll tell you where to use it. Now regarding maintaining the notebooks, one register you will make for maths, and you will start the heading as date, today's date, you can put it over there. Then chapter 1, rational numbers. Few definitions we will include. Number 1 definition will be of natural numbers. You will put the heading as natural numbers, and you are going to define natural numbers along with examples. Number 2 will be whole numbers. Same, you are going to define whole numbers along with few examples. Number 3 will be rational numbers. So definition of rational numbers, it is in the format P upon Q, where Q is not equal to 0. And the properties of rational numbers in the tabular form you are going to represent, as we have shown it here. This table is required. So this is your home task for today. Happy learning, and we will use this properties in our exercise 1.1. So you can upload the NCERT page, chapter 1, exercise 1.1, and try to solve some of the questions from it. Thank you.